Hey everybody, welcome back to Wise Up. So, this is my second video of the day. Now that we are done with the emotional song from Sammy Kershaw called One Day Left to Live, we're going to get into something that's a little bit more upbeat. This was suggested by you guys, so thank you for that. This is I Will Survive by Voiceplay. I've only heard the one song by Voiceplay that I reacted to called the Oogie Boogie song. But I'm sure that they are a fantastic group, so I'm excited to actually get into this and listen to more of their music. Without further ado, let's get into it. But leave me a like, comment, subscribe, tell me what I should react to next.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. When I was strong, and I learned how to get along.
We're gonna stop it right there. Like I said, this is only the second song I've ever heard by them. And in the first video, the Oogie Boogie song, they let their bass Jeff take the lead. And I could tell that he could get up there a little bit. But to me, even at his highest pitch in the Oogie Boogie song was still a mid-range, considering he is a bass and that he can get extremely low. So that was still kind of considered a mid-range to me. But I'm watching this because I've got the official music video for I Will Survive with Voiceplay. He is up there with all of the tenors. That speaks volumes, you guys, to this man's talent. Because most basses, I was in choir for a little bit in high school. That was probably my favorite thing to do. On an amateur level, they struggle a lot. But even on a professional level, most basses struggle and have a lot of trouble with getting up into a falsetto range. Because their falsetto range is usually, a bass's falsetto is somewhere between the bass range and the mid range. Their falsetto is right around what everybody calls a baritone, but he's up there with the tenors. His 5-octave range, it is incredible.
And now you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave the key. If I know for
Somebody
just
should
one
tell me down
second,
in the comment
you'll be
section
back
what
to
the
buy
other
from me.
members'
Go
names
now,
are,
go.
because I like this guy.
Walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore.
I mean, I like all of them, but
weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, I've got all my life to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. Hey, 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 ooh. It took all the strength I had not to fall apart. Kept trying hard to mend the pieces of my broken heart. And I spent oh so many nights just feeling.
guys, Jeff is showing off so many of the layers that is his vocal range that I am astounded. I am completely blown away by Jeff. Every single time I think, oh yeah, you know, he's kind of cool, and I readjust to it's like, oh, hey, I didn't know he could get up into the mid-range because he's a bass. I kind of adjust to the fact that, yeah, he can hit the mid-range. Then he goes high up with those tenors, and it blows me away again. I kind of take a second, take that in, and then he goes from kind of being breathy and airy up in the tenor range to having such a rich tone. The lower he gets, the richer his tone gets. There are just so many aspects of his voice that just, wow.
And sorry for myself, I used to cry, but now I hold my head.
When you see me, somebody new. I'm not a chained up little person, still in love with you.
Sure, it felt like dropping in and just expect me to be free. But now I'm saving all of my loving for someone who's loving me.
Go now, walk out the door,
Walk out the door.
just turn around now.
Like I said, you guys are going to have to tell me who the other members are, but this guy's got he's the big biceps and the very large tattoo that goes across here that's kind of peeking out from underneath his t-shirt. Everything about him, if you were to just meet him and you didn't know him, probably would be slightly intimidating. But then he lets out this voice and this personality in the song that just, it makes you smile. You can't help but smile. It's just, it's so fun, and it's so, you just feel like at that point, there's nothing about this group that is ordinary. You're gonna look at one and be like, I feel like I got the feel for this guy. And then they open up their mouths and you're like, I'm gonna have to meet him in person, because everything that they are showing you, who they are in the songs, is completely contradictory, and it surprises you in the best way possible. And I love the song I Will Survive. I've heard it before, but never by an a cappella group.
Does not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with goodbye? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I got all my life to live, and I got all my love to give, and I will survive. I will survive. I will survive. I will survive. Go on now, go.
There was a really low bass note at the end. Like he'd kind of been staying, he was low, but it sounded more like a little bit of a baritone than a bass. He was in that low range, and then all of a sudden it dropped. It dropped like my jaw wanted to, because that just, you don't expect it. You get a feeling like, okay, I think I know the pattern here, like most people do, because human nature is to search for patterns. You feel like you get a pattern on this group, you get a beat on this group, and then they surprise you by going extremely, unhumanly high. Or they're gonna drop so low that your jaw just goes with it. You're like, how is this humanly possible? It surprises, voice play surprises you in the best way possible. thank you guys for the suggestion. I really, really appreciate it. Until next time.